Har me hearties, it's that time again. Shear me timbers, splice the mainsail, grab your paintbrush. It's time for that lazy pirate life. Har har! So we're back down club this week, Turnip 28s again. So we are doing Crossing the Dredge scenario. So dug out one of my old rivers to use as the dredge. So it's like swampland with a bridge in the centre, which is defensible. The swamp sides are both dangerous terrain, and as you see, the tokens have been deployed. There. Those are all the objectives. We're going for court lists this week, so Mike's using the 69th Disciples of the Sssnip, and he's decided to take a unit of whelps with their toady, a unit of chaff with black powder weapons, a unit of brutes with hand weapons. There's the shrine, and there is a unit of fodder with hand weapons. And I'm taking the Shellwood Knights of Shellwood, so I've got a unit of whelps with hand weapons, a toady, and a unit of bastards with hand weapons. There's my toff, and a Shellwood Knights, and a unit of fodder with their toff over there with black powder weapons. So, game on. Right, turn one, and yeah, a bit of excitement. So I called my Mucus maneuver with the Shellwood Knights, meaning all my cavalry could move 18 inches forward. So they have all come forward 18 inches in their order phase. My infantry is plodding forward here. My fodder, they managed to blunder, but because they were in command, that only meant they came forward. They lost 1d6 of movement. On Mike's front, he came rampaging forward with his whelps and grabbed the token, but failed 2 dangerous tests rolls and lost 2 of his whelps. So yeah, and got a panic token. So that's not fantastic. And over here, the shrine came forward. That also blundered, didn't it? The shrine, not the shrine, the actual brutes, which the shrine came forward to, as well as the uncommanded fodder, who had to charge the nearest target, which happened to be the bastards. But obviously, with them being right off the edge of the table, they didn't get that far. So moving on to turn 2. Right, turn 2, and what has happened? Well, starting off with a bit of a shooting engagement between my fodder and Mike's whelps that were holding that token. They were seen off and a couple killed. So they ended up there now after some orders. Over here, I made a bit of a foobar with my Toft. I didn't move him when I charged with the bastards. So he's ended up being back here now. So I can only move my Shell Knight up towards the token and not capture the token. A bit of a foobar by me. On the positive side, the bastards charged in and saw off Mike's chaff. He's only got 2 guys left, and they've only taken 1 wound so far. But they do have 2 panic tokens. Mike's moved the rest of his forces up here, including the shrine. So I can imagine some of those tokens are going to start coming off in a minute. These panic tokens. And then, yeah, I had the same type of problem as Mike did, moving into dangerous terrain. Grabbed that token there, as you can see, he's got my colours on, but I did manage to lose one of my whelps to a dangerous terrain test. So we're moving on to turn 3. 1 token each in a moment. Right, turn 3, and yes, lots of excitement here. So over here, these fodder saw off and killed the whelps in a shooting engagement. They're not overly keen about going over onto the difficult terrain yet. dangerous terrain, should I say. As over here, my whelps decided to gallop off and grab the other bit of other objective in the dangerous terrain. They managed to get there, but their snob, Wheelie, got stuck in the mud and died, pulled down to his death. No. So I'm down the top at the moment. In the centre, we had a bit of action. The Snail Rider charged in on the brutes and done some damage. We had a bit of a melee coming on. Oh, I think the brutes actually charged him, but the Snail Rider won. But then the fodder, hand-to-hand combat fodder, failed their order and had to charge the Snail Rider and managed to do a couple of wounds on him and push him back. So we're now moving on to turn 4, which would normally be the last turn of the game, but because we're playing Shellwood, we get an extra turn. So at the moment we have Shellwood have 3 tokens in the red, and the Sssnips only have 1 token. But moving on to turn 4. Right, the end of turn 4, and the muddy bloodbath continues. So I move my fodder over to grab this token. Stompy decided to stay out of the dangerous terrain after seeing what happened to Wheelie over on the other flank. 2 of the fodder were pulled down into the bog and died. Over on this flank, my whelps decided to do a crazy charge into the centre, which ended them up being beaten in combat by the fodder and being seen off. So yeah, probably not the best bet, but in the centre, this is where most of the action happened. Start off by Mike's brutes charging in against the Snail and doing no wounds to him. And the Snail slaughtered the whole unit. Mike then charged in with his fodder again into the Snail. As you can see, the Snail's on 3 wounds at the moment. He needs to take 1 more wound to die. Got a couple of hits, but I saved them, and then he sawed off the fodder. So at the moment, we're in turn 4, and Shellwood have 1 token, 1 under the Snail for 2, and 2 over there. So at the moment, it's 4-1 to Shellwood. But we've got 1 more turn to go. So let's see how we get. Right, so turn 5, the final turn. What happened? Well, as you can see, there is no Snail Knight. Yes. The fodder charged him and took him down, smashed his shell and killed him in the end. But they were then charged by the remaining whelps. Got their charge in and saw the fodder off. One of the whelps was pulled to its death, but the last of the fodder ran. And with that, the game was won by the 113th Mucus Marauders, having 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives. The 69th Disciples of the Snips 1. Cheers for now.